хорошо,
Ну, я
да?
взял, это может тоже приобрели.
Buddy, you're okay. We'll watch you. See, go ahead.
Они дают, отодвинут палку голову.
Mommy's watching you. I don't even know what that is. Had that included. Okay, so I know I stood for 3.5 days.
Кто ехал за рулем?
Yeah. Of course I did. Sure. That's why we got here so fast. Speeding.
We had one laying right in front of the high school last year.
Это мишки. И майки там продают, для все.
Yeah, I was like, we were getting ready to.
I was like, можешь
Good
мне
evening,
воду
ladies
подать?
and gentlemen. My name is Ted Watts. I'm here for the Thurston Classic Hot Air Balloon event. I'm the chairman of the committee, and I thought I'd give you a kind of a preview of what's going on. At 6:30, we're going to have our pilot briefing over there in the tent in the far corner, and we'll be talking about things about weather and such, and we'll figure out what we're going to be doing tonight. So I just wanted to keep you updated. If you haven't been here before on this weekend, on Thursday night we had an incredible glow. It was wonderful. We had the crowd come up and help us get the balloons glowing.
Night glow? I've never done that.
Last night, ironically, when we were doing this afternoon, we had no wind at all. And so we put the balloons up, static display. Again, we invited the crowd out to talk to the pilots and so on. And
Они раздумали, может, ниже будет.
Патефон стоит, граммофон.
The homegrown country girl.
Я нормально. Здесь boring. I don't know what
Ну что, вот мы сидим уже сидим 1,5 часа, еще ничего не начиналось.
35 шаров запустили маленькие.
Они маленькие шарики запускают, наверное, ветер смотрят, куда их понесет, если поднимутся. Вот. Не знаю.
Или в Баффало, да?
Да, или в Баффало. Люди сидят, мы все сидим, ждем, смотрим, я не знаю, солнце уже дело близится к закату, уже смеркалось. Смеркалось.
Пора костры
Да. Сейчас костры запалим. Я уже не знаю, что оно будет. Еще даже не надували ничего. Абсолютно.
Дело в том, что сказали, спички не привезли спичек, где чем поджигать. Ждут, пока поехали за спичками.
Кто за газом, кто за спичками. Все.
Кто за бутылкой побежал.
Кому что надо, какое топливо. В общем, не знаем, что будет, не знаю, посмотрим. Смешно, конечно, сначала так это все. Мы думали, сейчас приедем, тут уже шары дуют, уже 5-6 шаров должно взлететь.
Будем занимать очередь на поездку, покатают.
Ой, не знаю, что оно будет дальше. Вот. Люди сколько уже, людей уже много собралось. Уже все больше и больше народу собирается.
И пока иду сюда, по соседству, сюда на выход никто не
Да,
идет.
все сюда еще идут. Ну, не знаю.
Значит, представление будет. Всё.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you probably noticed a lot of activity around that tripod there. That's called a theodolite. It's an instrument that gives you wind direction and, more importantly, wind speed. And what we were doing, you've seen a lot of black balloons going out. Those are called pie balls. And what those are designed to do is to give us an idea of the wind above the surface. We can get predictions from the airport as far as what the surface winds are doing. But more importantly, once you get off the ground, we have to be certain that we've got slow enough winds at altitude. And so that's what we're trying to figure out here. And it's been a long process because, as you know, it's been gusting here from time to time. And so we're consequently re-looking at it. And right now we're on a hold with the pilots, and we are still trying to get things going here. So stand by. It's not something that's an easy process because we have certain wind parameters that we have to work within. Every time you have an event of this sort, we get involved with the Federal Aviation Administration. We get what's called a waiver. And what that does is what tells the FAA what kind of conditions and the tolerances in which we will fly in. And when the winds are not within that tolerance, then it's not appropriate for us to take off. So it's not just something we do by whim. Very importantly is that the pilot's safety is paramount. And we want to make sure that everybody has a safe flight. So we're still working on it. You see the flag there in the center of the spectator area. It's red right now. That means that nobody is permitted to launch. We will, if we decide to fly, that flag will go to green, and then we'll be off and running. So, stand by. It's not a dead issue at this point, but we're going to be making a decision pretty quickly here. So we'll keep you in touch, and in the meantime, have something to drink, water, something, because it's pretty warm out here. We had a couple of folks have some heat problems last night. We don't want to repeat that. So stay hydrated, and we'll be back with you shortly. Thank you.
Stay off the road.
No, я купила их за доллар. Наварила. Тут аж купил, кому-то надо. Они хорошие, не хорошие. Ну, они не продала. Полочки там мне требовали. Будут, наверное. Да, накрутилась, идет на концерт какой-то. Я тебя не говорила, что голова ну а что, хай делает, да, красиво. Паша, он собачка такая. Паша, глянь, какой песик. Красивый. Сними песика. Жопа потеряла.
Is we're sending the pilots out to their balloons. We are going to continue to monitor the wind, and we, as you can see, are still launching the pie balls. And what we're doing is determining by the signal flag whether or not there will be a flight. If there is a black flag that goes up, that means that the flight will be canceled, and that will be the signal to the pilots that the evening is over. If we put a green flag up, that will be their signal that they can take off. We will be looking at it very closely, and stay tuned, watch the flag, and if we gotta go, you'll see it the same time as we do.
It's all you have is your cross.
All you have.
What's that?
On the surface, right here by the tree level, it's okay. The problem we saw was that right after it got up above the tree level is when it took off. And you might have noticed that balloon flattened out and it just went straight up. Normally when you see a pie ball that's a normal winds, it'll kind of, the telescopal angle creates a suction. And people in the balloon, or a pilot could make the mistake of believing he's getting lift from the heat, when in fact he's getting lift from the wind passing quickly over the surface of the balloon. That creates what we call false lift. And that could cause a balloon, once that surface tension breaks, to go back down lower. Could hit other balloons, could hit trees. There's a lot of different factors there. So that's the kind of thing we worry about when we fly hot air balloons. Okay, our buddy Claude is up. That's Zach Burgess from Monroe, Ohio. Thank you, Zach, for giving the crowd something to look at. In the foreground here is John Moran. He's out of Cortland, Ohio. He's going to be inflating the Remax balloon.
Hey guys, turn around.
Walk down in the main aisle.
Tatum, turn around for a picture. Everybody look this way. Tatum, sit up. Tatum, sit up so I can get your picture. That's it. Tatum, this way.
Inflated. I'm going to let you come out on the field but it's going to be a brief visit. We're not going to extend it tonight. It's just going to be a few minutes. But once we get it inflated, you can come on down. But I'm going to have to ask you, number one, no smoking material, no vapor pens, nothing like that. And please, when I ask you to leave the field, you're going to have to leave the field. So it's, like I say, it's only going to be brief, well, maybe 10, 15 minutes. But I'll give you a chance to come down and look at the balloons, talk to the pilots. So stand by. Hey, Luke, could you drop some of the ropes up front? Okay, wait till I give you the word. I've got to get the ropes down. We don't need to get hung on the rope. Okay, now be mindful, these balloons, like I say, they can be dangerous if they start banging around. So if they start getting pushed around by the wind, we're definitely going to ask you to leave the field. But for now, let's come on down. Leave the claws alone, kids. Don't be jumping for them.
Сейчас мы ближе подойдем, посмотрим, пока разрешили подойти, пощупать, наверное.
Сейчас буду искать Федю Коникова.
Ага. Красиво.
Это детский. Конечно, на корзину держит, где-то внизу сел.
Ну да. Пока мы вам разрешили подойти, вот только если вдруг ветер изменится, или мы вдруг вам скажем покиньте поле, чтобы говорит, все ушли, чтобы это не было опасно, чтобы никого не придавило корзину.
Если промазать стенку, удастся к ним жарить.
Ну да.
Это кто-то их пососьет же, да? Медуза какая-то.
Краб.
Так разный такой. Ветра такой.
И ветра, да, нет.
Даже утих ветер, нормально.
Даже утих, даже ветер вообще здесь.
Не хотят летать.
Не хотят летать, ага.
Их бы заденет, сейчас полетели бы аж бегом.
Пошли предложим. Скажи, давай, скажи, пару тысяч, полетаем, поделимся.
За сотку.
За сотку, да? Начнем с сотки, да?
Так что пилонят, ребята, пилонят. Ну, конечно, нам интересно снизу посмотреть. Там летит тоже.
Ага.
Хорошо видно.
А то жим-жим будет. О, шевелятся. Шевелятся.
Снимай,
So you're actually around.